Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel. It is Christmas Eve, baby, and I know this video is going to be up, just forever, as long as the YouTube platform exists, and that's beautiful. And this is what I love about this platform. But real time right now, it is Christmas Eve, and I am still tying up loose ends, and I am a part of that last minute crowd. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with the long lines, and at this point I just got to get my Christmas dinner situated. I have a Christmas baby. My daughter is born on Christmas, and she's turning 18 this year. Yes, honey, I got an 18-year-old. What? I do. I know, because I look like I could be 18, right? Smile a lot, learn how to let shit go, de-stress. That's how you stay youthful and get your motherfucking rest. Stay hydrated, moisturize, baby. Self-love and self-care. But last night, during some Christmas festivities with my family, a couple of versions of this song came on, and it made me want to come on today and just freestyle, just sit here and have a conversation, friend to friend here. And that song was "What Do the Lonely Do During Christmas?" Or "What Does the Lonely Do? It's Christmas." Look, don't get me the line, child, but it's something like that. It's basically a song playing homage or acknowledging that everybody's not booed up during the Christmas holidays. Everybody don't have this big family that they're hanging out with. Some people might be flying solo during this time. They might be in a state of transformation in their life. They may have had an ending or tower moment where they had to let go of a relationship, romantic. It could be family members that they had to let go of. It could be their hometown. They could be in a new atmosphere. All types of stuff. A lot of endings, because Christmas comes during the winter month, and winter is when things die. You see a lot of deaths. I think if you research it or look at the statistics, like, more people die in the winter time. So that's another thing. It could be still grieving over loved ones that have passed away. They could have passed away a long time ago, or this could be your first holidays without them, or the first few holidays when it's extra sensitive. And then sometimes it's just always, if you were just really close with that person, or if it was one of your soulmates. And your soulmates, I'm gonna make some videos on this. Soulmates are not just romantic partners. As a matter of fact, it's usually not. Yes, it can be, but it's usually not. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people can find themselves feeling lonely. And then let's expand our understanding of loneliness. Sometimes, I got a room full of people and I still feel lonely because there's a disconnect. I don't feel like these people understand me, or I'm not really, maybe you could be in the armed forces and you're with your co-workers per se, but you're not with your loved ones. So it's like, yeah, I'm cool with them, but that's not my family. That's not home for me per se. So loneliness is, not something that you can put in a box. I'll just say that right there. It's not something that you can put in a box, and it can take places on so many levels. Or you could be in an abusive situation, surrounded by toxic people and such. So I could make a whole video trying to brainstorm all the ways that loneliness can play out in people's lives, but that's, not why I'm making this video, you guys. But more so just to acknowledge, yeah, people have feelings, and as humans, yeah, it's possible to feel lonely during the holidays for one reason or another. So I made this video to not only acknowledge it, but to try to perhaps give you some suggestions or try to comfort you through this time. As far as me putting myself in your shoes, like me having the emotional maturity that I have, doesn't mean that I'm not human. It doesn't mean that I can't feel certain things too. So if there is ever a time, which of course, part of the human experience is, yeah, you're going to get to feel lonely at some point in your life for whatever reason. What would I recommend to someone who's feeling lonely during the Christmas holidays? Because I think perspectives do matter. So I'll say that first and foremost. Check your perspective. And God just sent me this right here. Some people could feel lonely because they've isolated themselves from their loved ones. Maybe a situation where you stopped talking to your family, or you kind of pulled away and withdraw for whatever reason. Maybe you got caught up in another person, or maybe you got adopted. All types of things can happen. Sometimes we're lonely because closed mouths don't get fed. There's nothing wrong with you being the first to pick up the phone and say, hey mom, how you doing? A sister, brother, whoever it is who's on your heart that you want to talk to, because this is 2020 and this has been a crazy year. And if anything that we learn is tomorrow, this year teaching us, look, tomorrow is not promised. You just never know what can be waiting around the corner. So if something is on your heart and you're feeling lonely, if there's someone that you want to connect with and you don't think it will be toxic for you to connect with them, but maybe you're just nervous about it, I'm going to go ahead and give you that nudge to go ahead and do what your heart or your soul is calling you to do as far as that goes. Okay. Sometimes we're lonely because we make assumptions. We feel like, oh, we're not invited, or maybe they don't care about me. Oh, they don't miss me. And they could be sitting over there missing you too. And then both of you are just stewing in this, and someone has to be the bigger person, And everyone's not a narcissist. So even if, you had a falling out with someone, it's possible. Yeah, sometimes during the holidays, you can mend things with people. Everyone's not a narcissist. So you have to use your discernment to tell, when those situations are, that you can reconcile or rectify a situation, because sometimes people, they fall off over petty stuff. And this, ego and pride, and all these years go by, and it was like, what was it really over? When you put life into perspective, what was it really over? Okay. What I would recommend is to, try your best not to wallow in this, because it's just going to pull you deeper into that energy. And that's what I don't want you to do. There are times in our life when, yes, we need to feel something, but then there's times in our life when we should work to minimize it, or, to get out of that energy. All right. So this isn't the time to be listening to them sad. What do the lonely do? It's Christmas. Stay away from that song, okay? Because I wasn't feeling lonely, but just listening, it made me, because I'm empathic, made me think about other people who are in that situation, And sidebar, God just gave me this. Some people are lonely because they're in a hospital for Christmas. They're inpatient for Christmas because they're working on themselves mentally or physically, and during this coronavirus where everything is just so minimum, oh, you can't have a visitor for this or that, or you could be in the hospital because you do have the coronavirus. Anything could be, putting that barrier, make you feel like you can't connect in the way that you want. But use what you got. Use what you got. If it's a distance thing, FaceTime, phone calls. FaceTime is beautiful though, to be able to see and all of that stuff. Write letters. They may not get it right now, but it's a way to release the Christmas cards, and for those of you who celebrate, because it's Christmas now. But this video is going to be good for all the holidays. It's going to be good for all the holidays. And I know I'm like just here and there and everywhere, but like I said, we're just talking friend to friend right now. If you're able to, during this quarantine time, I know that when I bless other people, I feel amazing. I do. So let's say that you're feeling lonely and you're in a good position in life where you could be a Santa's helper, or you can give something to a homeless person you see all the time in your community. You can help out a child that you see in scuffly clothes, or they've been driving that roughed up bike all year, and you can help them. Like, what can you do? Because it's so true, you guys. And a lot of people don't know this secret and this law in life. Give what you want. If you want love, give love. If you want money, give money. People don't understand the way that the laws of the universe work with that, and the laws of attraction and manifesting. Actually, that's why they tell you, act like you already rich. Be in that energy now. This isn't the time to hold on to the few pennies that you got, per se. I mean, use your common sense, of course. If you're a single mom with 5 children, this money you got to feed your kids, of course, you're going to have to ration that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times people, they hold on so tight to things, and it's like, when I bless people, it come back to me tenfold, and it don't take long, baby. And a lot of times people want those blessings to come back from the person they blessed. That's the wrong way to look at it. Just stay open, because that person you blessed was in need, and they may not have it to give, but they needed to receive it. But the universe is keeping score of that. It's going to come back to you, baby. I'm telling you, every time that I bless other people, legit 24 48 hours, and I'm not putting this in stone, okay, but it comes back one way or another. I'll put that in stone. The timing of it, I won't, but you have to also be able to see when it's coming back. But do it pure. Do it from a pure heart, not because you want it to come back tenfold. You know what I mean? Don't do that. But because, you know what, I sincerely want to help somebody else. Give people what you don't have. Help other lonely people. And you'll find that it chips away at your loneliness, because you're not alone, And also, tap into your spirituality. I would tell you to do that as well, because in a bigger picture of things, loneliness is a perception. See, when we're connected to the highest source, we find out that we're never really alone. And I understand human companionship is, that's a different type of interaction and longing for. I understand that, and I'm not trying to minimize that, but really, we're never alone. We're connected to the highest source. And guess what else we got? We got ourselves. And I know, like, I'm tired of hanging out with myself, goddamn. But you know what? Become more social. Some people are just lonely because they are very introverted. The coronavirus really doesn't help, because a lot of things are shut down, 6 feet apart. Everybody got a mask on. Ain't nobody trying to talk because this airborne disease. But, there's the internet. So, there's a lot of social sites, you can connect with other people. You really can. You can connect with other people. You can become pen pals with someone, It doesn't have to just be people in prison now. Nothing wrong with that, because they need love too. And there's a lot of innocent people there. I know that firsthand. Okay. So yeah, connect with your spirituality. Give what you don't have. A lot of lonely people, or the people that feel lonely, they might get a pet. Maybe you might want to adopt a pet, baby. Yeah. It's a responsibility though. It's going to give you that companionship, but there's a responsibility. If it's a dog, you're going to be walking it. You got to train it. If it's a puppy, it has to eat. It has to be bathed. It has to be groomed. So just, make sure you can take on those responsibilities. Okay. And pets are very loyal. That's a great way to gain companionship and friendship. But anything else I could think of right now? Get yourself a gratitude journey. A lot of times when we're in loneliness, we can see the cup half empty. So make sure you are not having a tunnel vision to where, you can't see your actual blessings. Okay. Because you woke up today, and, God's giving you another day on this earth for a reason. Okay. Go out, get yourself some fresh air. Exercise is good. Releasing those endorphins to combat those negative feelings. Okay. And there's lots of wonderful exercise videos on YouTube. All right. Research some feel-good foods and stuff. Do something nice for yourself. Make sure that you're minding your self-care when we get lonely. that is, one of the friends of depression, okay? Feeling misunderstood and all of these things. So that's another thing that you can look into. Make sure that you are being kind and good to yourself. You can give yourself a Christmas gift. Okay, give you a Christmas gift of learning peace, and along the lines of the spiritual thing, learn meditation and different ways of people meditating and recentering themselves. And if you feel like, oh, I like to pray, but I'm horrible at praying, study it. Learn how to get a better prayer life. This is something that you practice makes perfect, okay? If you are spiritual, reading your Bible, reading your Bible. And, just allowing God and the Holy Spirit to embrace you. All right. If you belong to a church, your deacons and your pastor, they will pray for you over the phone during this coronavirus and bring that positive energy. Clear that loneliness energy out of your house. Sage your house, baby. Florida Water Spiritual. Take you some coconut oil and put some crosses around. Bless your home. Okay. Get into some hobbies and arts and crafts. Keep yourself busy. There's plenty of things you can do. Find a juicy book, a movie. Netflix be popping. Have a nice glass of wine. Don't become an alcoholic though. We don't want to do that. But, just find ways to enjoy life. Make a list, make yourself a bucket list and get busy living. A lot of times when we're lonely, we're not being fulfilled in our life. We might be feeling stagnant. It means that we need to get going. We need some fresh starts. We need to get into something, or we need to refocus or figure out a better way of doing things. So that could be it right there. Yep. Hold the loved ones you do have near, yeah, just get busy living. Get busy living. You are here for a reason, and it is certainly not to be withering away, feeling detached and lonely. These are just symptoms and signs to say, hey, something needs your attention. Find out what that is and start working on it, okay? Start working on it. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, over 700 videos here for you. All right. I want you to have a happy holiday. A happy holiday. Happy holiday. Even if you're feeling this, even if you're spending this holiday alone, still have a happy holiday. Find a way to make it peaceful for you. Find a way to make it happy for you. All right, and hopefully, some of these suggestions in this video are able to help, guide you in that direction. All right. So I've said a lot of things, but feel free to go down in the comment section and give some suggestions that I haven't mentioned, because, I didn't sit here and meditate on this. I just thought about it, pulled my camera out, and here we are. All right. If I think of anything else, I'll put it down there as well. But things will get better, but be proactive in that, okay? Don't sit around and wait for the universe to just drop stuff out of the sky. I mean, it did just drop this video on you, but it's for you to now take an action and figure out what is the source of this loneliness and what can I do about it, okay? Where is this coming from? And what can I do about it? All right, you got this. I love you. I love you. Your life matters. And I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to 2021. Start planting some seeds and watering it, and your harvest is going to come. All right? Stay blessed.